This is Warlord Weekly. I'm Warlord Monkey, and I'm going to show you some practical stabs. Single sword stabs, pretty easy. Don't stab just for center mass. If you come up, put your card up please. If you come up for just a straight stab this way and Santiago blocks it, go ahead and block it, it's going to push it offline too far. So you want to stab into their block this way. So whenever he blocks it, the angle of the sword is actually going into his chest as he pushes it. So let's get it from the another side.
Yeah.
So here's the stab from back here. I stab this way, and so as he blocks it, it pushes it into center mass. Another stab, you can feint stab. They already know you're coming for the center mass. You come this way, feint the stab here, and you can come under the handle, stab this way as they're blocking it in. So it just comes right underneath their handle here and in. They don't block it out. If they block it out, you're still pretty good. I'll go ahead and block it out. You're still pretty good to come back after you've already made the stab. You can come back to return the stab. If the guy is fighting Florentine, I hope they got that burp. That's hilarious. And you were to be fighting Florentine, it's the same thing works too. You still have to stab center mass, but which one are they going to block with? Santiago's probably going to block with his left hand, so I'm going to put it out here to center mass on the left side, his left, my right. So the sword angle is facing this way but down. I stab in this way. Florentine, if you're fighting Florentine on Florentine, you want to block your shoulder up here, stab. Then you could do the same feint block or feint stab. Come in, stab here like this, and then come around and stab. So your other sword has Santiago's cross here. So as you stab, you come around here. So you're blocking this other sword with your left hand. Sword and shields, God, I'm burping like crazy. Sword and shield's harder to stab because you only have this much surface area to stab. So in order to get the stab on the guy, he's either going to push the shield into the way, so it's really hard to get this angle on 4 inches of the shield because there's so much more angle that he could push away. So stabbing a shield guy is much harder with your right hand. If you're going to stab a right-handed shield guy, do it with your left hand. And it's a feint out this way. Fade it out this way with this and try to stab under here, but he's going to chop your arm. There's probably, if he sees a stab coming, he's going to chop your arm. So if come in, and his sword's going to be coming down, so try to get him off balance as much as possible. Other good stabs you can come from, guard up please. You can come here and stab those pits right there, and you can come here and just get him offline. Could you react to this stab, please?
Yeah.
He pushed it out. That's totally legitimate. I just didn't push in far enough on his block. The higher on the sword you start, the less likely he's going to push it out of the way because I have more leverage on his sword. So if I was to try to stab here, he could push my sword out more than I could push my sword in because of the leverage factor there. So you want to try to stab at the top of their sword coming in so they can't out leverage you. I guess that's it for stabs for Warlord Weekly. This is Monkey.